That was wild. Go ahead.
Hey, David. Brendan Vogt, DNVR. What an introduction to you to the playoffs there as a head coach, by the way.
Yeah.
Huge advantage in points off turnovers for you guys. I think you were plus 20 in that category.
Yep.
What did you think of the execution in transition, particularly on the defensive side?
Oh, we just flew around. Those two guys caused so many issues. I thought we adjusted too much early instead of just doing what we do hard. And I thought their intensity was better than ours early in the game. And the end of the second quarter is the reason why we won the game. We don't have that run. I think it was 13-2 to get it to 4. And it felt like one of those games you're just kind of slowly crawling uphill. Then it was 3 at the end of the fourth. Seemed like we were going to win the game. Tied. It just felt like it was incremental steps to win a basketball game. So it wasn't pretty on either end, or I'm sorry, for either team, but you just got to make enough plays to win. And I told the guys in there, it's I'm just going to play the guys I feel like are impacting the game the most. The stat sheet really doesn't mean anything to me. But they did a good job with their adjustments. We're going to have to watch the tape and do a better job of attacking it. But that's what this is, And it was funny. I thought our best adjustment of the night was, let's go back to doing what we thought we were going to do. Let's just do it better. And we did.
Russ had that really rough week a couple weeks ago, and you said after the Kings game, you said, I'm not playing him or playing Jalen.
Yeah.
I'm playing whoever's going to win. What did you see from him late in this game for him to be able to be that kind of impact player that you're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, Russ is Russ. Defensively, he was absolutely incredible. And he was playing free safety out there. I thought a lot of the reasons why the turnovers happened, even if it wasn't him forcing it, just the way he was roaming around and impacting the game, was great for us. And then offensively, a couple of times I thought he attacked. Maybe we could have pulled it out and executed, but that's what Russ does. He's going to play in attack mode. So I don't think he's going to change after 17 years. If he sees somebody in front of him one-on-one, he's going to attack. And then he made an enormous 3, in the fourth. CB's 3. Aaron hit a big one, and that's what we're talking about right now. We have to be able to make shots when they triple, quadruple Jamal and Nikola. That's just the bottom line. And you can come up with all the schemes you want, and change the offense and all this stuff. They're going to bring bodies. So people have to cut and finish, or they got to catch and shoot and make shots for us to do something special.
When you look at Jamal's first half and his second half, forget the shot making or whatever, what the field goal percentage was, but there was a noticeable uptick in his aggression.
Yeah.
Was there anything said, or was it just kind of Jamal just kind of being Jamal, and how does that encapsulate how you guys are as a team?
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's almost like the worse things got, the better he got. And that seems like that's always who he is. And I also thought Jamal, he's 7 for 20, 3 for 7, but the ones he made were so huge and so big. I know one, it got us back to, we were down 7, took us back down 4, made one to tie it finally. And the side pick and roll was really good to us tonight, allowed us to attack in different ways, flash people behind the defense, and Jamal got loose a little bit that way. So, and then obviously Nikola every night, man. It's 29, 12, and 9 in that game, that physical of a game, just incredible.
On the other end of the Russ thing, Malone always said that Michael Porter took pride in closing and being able to close.
Yeah.
Rest of this series going forward, what can he do to kind of get going? What can you guys do to kind of get him going?
Well, I think obviously, everybody has to engage the game, and I think everybody takes pride in finishing games on our team. And if Jalen Pickett has a night, he's going to finish the game. That's just it. That's the bottom line. It's the guys that are playing the best at that time are going to finish. And I thought the runs that were made, I was going to go back to Mike at the end of the second, and we made a run. And it's like you can't stunt runs when things are happening. And then I felt bad for Mike because he sat so long. There was a couple situations late game. Do you throw him back in? Is that fair? Is that fair to somebody and the ball finds them and they've been sitting for not game time but real lifetime 40 minutes? So there's two ways to look at that. You can say, well, I chose not to play Michael, or you can say, should I put Michael in a really unfair situation? Should I do that to him? I don't think so. And so I think the 5 guys that finished did their job, and we won this game defensively. We really did, and with timely shots from guys that aren't named Jamal and Nikola.
Coach, Nikola was involved in 2 plays that were pretty strange. I think one where he got hit in the face and then
Yeah.
it's on the ground. They started the 5-second clock and he kind of threw it in, ended up getting a technical.
Yeah.
And then the other where the Clippers bench is holding onto the ball.
Yeah.
What did you make of those plays and sort of how he handled them and how the refs controlled the game there?
Right, we watched it. He got hit. It wasn't intentional. Derek just caught him, and I think he thought there would be a call after the play, and there was no call. As far as the coaching thing, I mean, my guy's got to step it up. If we're allowed to just grab the ball and stop plays from happening, and it's not a delay of game, then what have we been doing all year? And the assistants, I was an assistant, so what was I doing all year? So if that is okay to do, and I guess that's okay, then we should start doing it. I've never seen that before, to be honest. But again, if they don't call it, they don't call it, and it didn't have any impact on the game. So it is what it is. I'm sure the league will look at it.
Did you know Jeff Van Gundy had that in him, or?
Yeah, he's pretty competitive guy, obviously, and an amazing coach. So, that's what this series is going to be. There's so many winning people in this series, and basketball pedigree, NBA history. You got a championship coach down there, and I said this, and I'm not trying to overdo this. I mean, James and Kawhi are so special. So, this series has it all. Like, if I was a fan, I'm watching this series. It's physical. There's playmaking. There's role players making big shots. Schematically, I thought the game was awesome as far as the adjustments that were made on both sides. So excited for Monday.
David, you guys were trailing most of the game, and I know you said that it was that run at the end of the second quarter that allowed you to win. But the fact that you don't lead again till late, you grind it out in overtime. What does it say about what this team has, what this team is capable to close out a game like that?
Yeah, I'll say it again. It's just stay connected in tough times. I mean, it really is. That's what it is. In the playoffs, the timeouts are so long. There's so much conversation that, it can kind of go sideways when things aren't going well. You got 3.5 minutes to talk to each other in a really intense moment. And I thought the guys did a good job of pushing each other the right way. And we have to do that throughout this series. I mean, this is going to be extremely tough. We know that. And I thought I saw that the last 3 games, which were playoff games, to get into this thing. And that's the key, man. Go out and play and all that stuff, but stay together and cheer for the guy that's out there if you're not out there. Help that guy, talk to him. So that's what it takes. And if that's what it takes to win 4 times, let's do it. Let's stay together.
So, David, in the back on your right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You just kind of touched on staying there, cheer the guy on, whatever. So when you have players that aren't as engaged because the night's not going their way, in this case it happened to be Mike, and you're focused on what's going on the court, how do you get a guy back in that's maybe hanging out at the end of the bench and not that engaged with what's going on? And in this case, I'm saying, but in general, to keep a guy that isn't having their best night in the huddle and around.
Right. I'll be honest. I'm coaching the game. So guys have to stay engaged themselves. These are grown men trying to win a basketball game on a team. So the guys on the bench can talk to them. Our assistant coaches can talk to them. When I had a chance, I talked to Mike, and I was trying to be communicative about what my thoughts were, how I thought he could get back in the game. And like I said, sometimes runs happen, and you go, I just don't know if we can take somebody out right now with the way the team is playing. And I'm going to say it again, like I've said last week. If Mike comes out and he plays and he's engaged defensively, he's knocking down shots, Michael will be out there, just like everybody else in that locker room. I'm going to keep saying it. I mean it. We're going to do anything we have to do to win a basketball game.
Last one, Katie.
How big was Aaron for you on both sides?
Incredible. Some of the offensive rebounds, second possessions, the play where he went to the basket and dunked it. We were having a hard time scoring, a late clock. Defensively, walling up at the rim, guarding Zubats, guarding Kawhi, switching on to James and double drags. Absolutely incredible. Such a good basketball player, winning basketball player. So happy for Aaron.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.